And welcome to a Sunday sit down right here on Nextdoor Radio, nextdoorradio.com, and the Nextdoor Radio app. My name is Trace Nod. We hope you're having a beautiful night. Happy Sunday to you. Join us here like he does every single Sunday right here on Nextdoor. Candidate for Granville County Sheriff, Robert Fountain. My friend, what's going on? How are you?
Hey, man, I'm great. I'm excited. It's Sunday. We kicked this Sunday sit down off, and we prepare for Monday. It's been a great weekend. Went to the Family Living Violence Free program. I know you had a very, very busy weekend. The Masonic Home for Children, I think they had an event. The Firemen's Parade down in the southern end. So, you can't be in two places at one time, but you can show your face and put your people in place to make sure your name is still out there. So we had a busy weekend. We are looking forward to a busy week. You guys do the same?
Oh yeah, last week was by far probably the busiest that I've been in quite a long time. But it was, I love it. I tell people all the time, I love what I do, so it makes it easy. Again, my name is Trace Nod on behalf of Nextdoor Radio. This is part of our Decision 2022 on Nextdoor Radio, but the Sunday sit down every single Sunday beginning at 8 p.m. And if you've missed any of the programs, you can head back to our website at nextdoorradio.com to be able to listen back to videos, audios, everything that we've had going on. So we'd like to do a quick little introduction once more for those that are joining us for the very first time here tonight.
Hi, I'm Robert Fountain, candidate for sheriff. Community collaboration and crime reduction has been our platform as we shape this new vision and new direction for our community. This new vision, new direction for the sheriff's office is about competent, qualified leadership. It's about changing a culture where everybody gets a fair shot and a fair shake at promotion opportunities, at jobs, and at training opportunities, right? So I'm from a small town, South Boston. I have an extensive background from the military to corrections, probation and parole to reentry. I'm a faith-based man, and Nextdoor Radio has been a great partner for the past year or so that we've been working this process. We have a few days until the 20th when early voting starts. I ask everybody up front for your vote and your support. I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
There you go. So, again, the early elections are right around the corner. It's hard to believe that we have made it. We are here. We're literally, 10 days away? Now, going on 11 days away.
11 days. Today's the 10th, isn't it?
9th.
9th. Okay.
We're almost there. So, 11. We're almost there. It's like, man, I don't know. My math ain't that bad just yet.
Hey, I just lose days.
I know, I hear you. But talk a little bit more about, again, what to expect when we get to the polls.
When we get to the polls, we're going to have people out working every day. We're going to have people greeting. My information will be there. We have 3 polling locations, the old AMP building, Public Works now, the Creedmoor Library, and then the Tall River Elementary. So we're going to have people out there on the polls. We're going to have people engaging the community, and we're going to just make sure that people have the educated information to make the decisions they need to make. A lot of people wait till the last day to November 8th to vote. We would ask people to go early. I know traditionally some people wait for the 8th, but we want to make sure that, the dog dies, cat gets sick, you have a tummy ache, anything could happen on November 8th. So we want to make sure you have a plan. And I think we're going to start working on some ground game strategies for our seniors. If they can't get to the polls, maybe have some ride shares. I'm working with some grassroots organizations. I myself can't do it, but that doesn't mean I can't offer information or ideas to other people to get things done, because we have to work together because we're one community. And that's what the Sunday sit down is about this weekend. It's about this Sunday. It's about community.
So, yeah, let's dive into, ever since I have known you, not before I knew you were running for Granville County Sheriff, we have done what we call Feed the Block. We have done giving back to the community. We provide music, giving. It's hard to believe. That's now, 2 years?
2 years.
So, yeah. So, why is it so important for you and we're put the election, put the politics aside.
Okay.
Why is it so important for you to really give back to a community that we live in and we love every day?
One, because God has blessed me, and if you open your hands and pour out, the more he pours into you, right? The more things God will give you, the more you give to others. That's about a selfless person. And I see people that have been marginalized or the least in these that don't need a hand out. They may need a hand up. From even like the autism thing that we did in the free movie night at the Gap, to the young lady running for National Honor Society that we did at Belltown, for the things that we've done with the coat drives, with the Drug Free Coalition, the free dinners all over this community. To bring the community together is what our plan and purpose is. Politics aside, it's always been about engaging our community. It's always been about building bridges, not tearing down walls or tearing down people. So we've stayed in that whole mindset of being servants to our community, and it just transitions into everything that we've done, everything that God has blessed us with, comes from just being a servant. And we did the feed the block, and it was we thought we were going to feed like 300 or 400 people, and then it turned into like almost 1,000 people, and right here at the Peacock Lounge, and then we had the food desert distribution that we did in Raleigh Road, right? A lot of people don't know this. I helped open the community library at the Housing Authority.
I didn't know that either.
And we donated. I had a book drive on the southern end, and then I had a company out of Virginia, the Fountain for Youth Foundation. My cousin and some others got together to where we opened up community libraries. So right now in Virginia, I think he's on like number 9 or 10, and we have 2 in Virginia and North Carolina. The one here in the Housing Authority was the first one. Then we did one in my hometown of South Boston, and we like to just make sure that we sow those seeds. So when you sow seeds, other people can help you nurture and water them, and then they grow. So those are the things we've done. Nothing to do with politics. I think leadership is kingdom building. And leadership, for me, has always been to set the example for others to follow. So sow those seeds and plant those seeds to where, hey, somebody else will emulate what you do and how you do things. So, and that's what we've done. My sister just told me today, she said, you can set the foundation and build things, and then other people will help you make it grow. And that's one of the things I've been fortunate and blessed to do, from the military through everything I've done, through the 24, 26 years with the Department of Public Safety. It was always building the next generation of leaders, and has always been instilling in them things to do right by their communities or by the people they served, from the inmates to the people on probation. The fugitives that we would extract, we'd always try to take an opportunity to speak a kind word, because at the end of the day, it's about we're one God's creatures. We all one human race, the one body of Christ, because God made us. So no matter who you are, who you love, we have to give to everybody. So we serve everybody.
In this Sunday sit down here on Next Door every single Sunday, beginning at 8 p.m. with candidate for Graham County Sheriff Robert Fountain. My name is Trey Stone on behalf of Next Door Radio. So now get back into the seat of the politics side, of course, running for Graham County Sheriff. Why are you doing it now, my friend?
It's again about our community. We've had 3 sheriffs in 3 years. We've had the deputies and the administrative staff, detention staff, have been under a cloud of suspicion. And the only way we're going to fix that is the community helps fix it. It can't come from just hoping and that something's going to happen. You got to put boots on the ground. You got to put things in place to make sure that our communities understand that it's not about tearing things down. It's about building these bridges and making our community safer. So I think that's why we are running, to make sure that people understand it's about the community first. It's about the collaboration with all the stakeholders in our communities, and then it's about how we reduce crimes and make our communities safer. So in that same vein, that same mindset, God has put this before us. I didn't win last time because it wasn't God's plan. Now we're in a position to where things had to be exposed, and I wasn't in the position to be a part of those things that have been exposed. So it's like peeling away the layers of onions. When you peel them away and you get to the core. We're at the core of the time where we need to rebuild our relationships with our communities. We need to rebuild the public's trust. We need to set in place fair, balanced promotional systems. We need to have a fair and adjudication process, the jail process, all those things that I've done to shape me for this time. And it's our time. So we're ready. I'm ready to move.
Ready to rock and roll. I mean,
Yes,
so
sir.
again, with early elections coming up, you mentioned before, you want to make sure for anybody that's voting, make sure you get in early because you never know what might happen.
It might rain.
Yeah.
It might be a long line, right? And I just want people to understand, educate themselves about the processes. Everything, I've been asked from, hey, we want to see your DD-214, your military discharge paperwork. We want to see your resume. We want to see, if you gave blood 20 years ago, and somebody even asked, well, who'd you vote for in the last election? Those kinds of questions. And I would never ask anybody who they voted for and never take shots at people for that, So your vote is your choice. And that's a personal choice, So I'm ready. I'm ready, man. I'm excited, right? My team is excited. We had a conference call today. We were out canvassing it again today and yesterday. We're excited. And I think the voters have the energy, and we want to see that energy transition to the polls and the turnout because this is a historic election. This is the first time there's been 3 candidates in a general election for the office of sheriff in this county. So, I wish we would have opportunities where people could get a fair shot at question and answers with all 3, but that didn't work out. So I asked, you got any questions over there for me? I see you checking.
No, I was checking your Facebook to see if there's anything, but nothing just yet.
Yeah, we've been working. Yeah. Even the other day, somebody asked me a question. They were asking some questions. I was out. I found somebody's keys. I did a Facebook Live thing. Hey, I found your keys, your house key, and a key fob. I took it down in Brassfield. I took it to the local store down there, beer store, and the guy said the average person wouldn't have brought somebody's keys down here. But here's the community piece, right? If I have the keys to your house, I can just drive around your neighborhood and I have a key fob to your car. All I got to do is keep hitting the button to see if it unlocks your car. But then I have a key to your house on a key fob, right? So the community piece is making sure that people know what's going on, and to that small degree of how we have to do the work as a servant, right, of our communities. So that's just part of some of the simple things that we have to start taking into account, because a lot of people think big things take care of themselves. Those small things are what hurt you. Those small things erode the way to public's trust. So we just want to make sure that we stay in that lane of rebuilding the trust and doing what's right. Again, I'm still excited, man.
Yeah. Early elections coming up here just in 11 days from now. Make sure you get out and vote. If you can, how can our listeners find some more information about you?
All of our Sunday sit-downs are on Nextdoor Live. So you can go to Nextdoor Live's platform, look at the menu tabs, hit the tab, go down to recordings and programming, and you can scroll through and see myself and everything that we've done through the Nextdoor radio platform. You always can track me on Facebook, or you can go to my website, www.fountain, sheriff2022.com. That's on there. My resume is on there. So there are a lot of ways you can get in touch with me. But again, we want people to understand that 2 things need to happen. You need to vote, and then we need to consider and worry about November 9th. So after we win this election, then what? How do you start the process of healing those relationships? And that process starts with understanding that the deputies, the administrative staff, the jail and detention staff, and the community all have to come back together. All this divisive stuff that has happened throughout this whole process, we have to find a way to heal those relationships, because we're one community, right? No matter who you love, no matter what your party affiliation is, and as your sheriff, that's what I intend to establish. Is it doesn't matter what you did, doesn't matter who you supported, do right by your community, build the public's trust with me, and we move on. We heal our relationships and we make this thing better and stronger for the next 4 years. I'm not looking to get in office and then worry about the next election. I'm worried about doing the right thing in the community's eyes. I'm worried about our community advisory council, how we get in to look at things and reshape. I'm worried about how we set up a reentry program for our community. We worry about not getting people incarcerated and adjudicated. I'm worried about our community's safety. Well, Oxford is real short. The sheriff's office is short. I have to make those decisions on how we're going to fix those things. We have a plan in place already. I've talked to some of the chiefs already. I've talked to some of the community about this plan that we want to implement about how to fix things. But it's going to take every deputy. It's going to take every detention staff. It's going to take everybody that works with the sheriff's office to understand it's about our community and not about a person, right? If you don't want to serve your communities, don't wait till I get there. Leave now. I'm just being straight, right? If you want to serve the community, I don't care who you supported. I don't care who you voted for. I just want to know that you're going to protect and serve our communities, period. That's everything I've been saying through this whole process, and I'm going to stick to that. So I have no problem with that. So, and that's how you can reach me. You will see me next Sunday on Next Door Radio with Trey Snyder at 8 p.m., as is every other Sunday. And we ask for your support and your vote. We're ready. We're ready.
Yeah, my name is Trey Snyder. This is the Sunday Sit Down on Next Door every single day, like you mentioned, at 8 p.m. here on Next Door Radio. Of course, he is candidate for Granville County Sheriff Robert Fountain. Until next time, hey, God bless you, my friend. Again, we always say it. Congratulations on a successful. You're rocking and rolling. We appreciate you very much. Of course, your support here at Next Door Radio means a lot. My name is Trey Snyder. Until next time, God bless. This is the Sunday Sit Down. We'll see you later.